Europa League Tottenham Hotspur vs Bodo/Glimt prediction, team news, lineups preview. Looking to salvage their season and win a first European trophy in 41 years, Tottenham Hotspur host Bodo/Glimt in the first leg of their Europa League semi-final on Thursday night. Spurs are aiming for some success on the continent following a battering at the base of Liverpool on the weekend, with Superlaget providing unique opposition for the Premier League side in this Final Four clash. Match preview. Requiring only a point to lift the Premier League title in front of their passionate Merseyside crowd on Sunday afternoon, Liverpool were unsurprisingly too strong for an out-of-sorts Tottenham, who succumbed to their third straight defeat on the domestic scene in sobering style. There was a 4-minute spell of hope for the travelling Spurs after marquee signing Dominic Solanke netted a shock opener at Anfield for the visitors. But Arne Slot's winning machine soon got back on title-clinching track, with the Reds ending the afternoon as 5-1 victors and 20-time English champions, with 4 matches remaining of a woeful top-flight campaign. Ange Postecoglou's troops are languishing down in 16th spot in the league standings, meaning that they are on course to match their worst-ever Premier League campaign, spared of a relegation battle by the weakness of the newly promoted sides this year. Lifting trophies in his second seasons at Brisbane Roar, Yokohama F. Marinos and Celtic, 59-year-old Postecoglou has a glorious opportunity to add a further honor to his CV despite a stuttering campaign, hoping to end the Lily-White's 17-year wait for a major piece of silverware. Despite their well-documented struggles in the Premier League, Spurs have been a formidable force in this season's Europa League and provided a memorable night for supporters at Deutsche Bank Park on April 17, when a Solanke penalty was enough to squeeze past 2021-22 winners Eintracht Frankfurt at the quarter-final stage. Despite representing a surprise name in the Final Four of this season's Europa League, Bodo/Glimt have been shaking up the Scandinavian scene ever since their maiden Eliteserien title in 2020, so it should not be a massive shock that Kjetil Knutsen's troops have become the first Norwegian side to reach the semi-finals of a senior UEFA's men's club competition. Superlaget have clinched their domestic crown in back-to-back terms between 2023 and 2024, entering the current 2025 calendar as favourites to retain the title, starting their Eliteserien campaign unbeaten, winning 3 and drawing 1 of their opening quartet of matches. Bodo/Glimt enjoyed an ideal warm-up ahead of Thursday night's blockbuster trip to N17 on Sunday afternoon, when a Kasper Wartz-Hog brace and a late strike from Ulrik Saltens were enough to secure a comfortable 3-goal success over strugglers KFUM Oslo in the top flight. Bagging a brilliant double off the bench on the weekend, Danish marksman Hogg is the leading light for Superlaget at the top end of the pitch, netting 7 goals across 12 Europa League appearances this term to date, meaning that he is tied at the summit of the competition's Golden Boot race with the Ubel Kabi of Olympiakos. The Norwegian champions have lost all 3 of their previous meetings with English opposition ahead of Thursday's semi-final first leg. Although Knutsen's men were competitive during their latest trip to the British Isles during the league phase in November, when they snatched a surprise lead at Manchester United before losing 3-2. Team news. After making 8 changes for their slaughtering at Anfield on Sunday, Tottenham boss Postecoglou should revert to a full-strength 11 on Thursday night as his side chased down much-needed silverware. As a result, centre-back pairing Mickey van de Ven and Christian Romero will be restored to the team, replacing Ben Davies and winter arrival Kevin Danso. There are also set to be alterations in the midfield, with Rodrigo Bentancur preparing to start the first leg after sitting out of the Anfield defeat. South Korean sensation Heung-min Son remains a doubt for the hosts after missing the last 4 matches, but Spurs are hopeful that the attacker will be fit to feature during the all-important second leg next week. The Lily Whites are unable to call upon the services of defender Radu Dragic, whilst Antonin Kinski and Timo Werner are not registered for the knockout stages of the Europa League. Bodo/Glimt are speeding towards an availability crisis as they approach their first-ever European semi-final. With Andreas Helmersson, Patrick Berg and Hakan Evgen all suspended for the trip to North London. Superlaget suffered another major blow to their hopes of victory in England on Sunday, when ever-present defender Odin Jortoft was forced off with a groin injury during the victory over KFUM. Tottenham Hotspur possible starting lineup: Vicario, Porro, Romero, Van de Ven, Udigi, Bergvall, Bentancur, Madison, Kulusevski, Solanke, Tell, Bodo/Glimt possible starting lineup: Heiken, Stovald, Nielsen, Gunderson, Bjork, Fett, Auckland, Saltz, Blomberg, Hoagie, Hogg. We say, Tottenham Hotspur 2-1 Bodo/Glimt. Despite coming into this two-legged affair as favourites to progress, Tottenham are unlikely to get the job done the easy way, starting with the hosting of Bodo/Glimt on Thursday night. Superlaget are searching for their first win over English opposition, and although they are unlikely to claim that triumph in North London, they should still be in tie ahead of the second leg at Aspmyra Stadion. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.